We have finally arrived. Many of you who have watched the series in 2019 where we built a 105 Landcruiser will recognise this place. This is Sneeman's 4x4, and there is Paul standing waiting.
This bit now is the bit that I've been looking forward to so much for the last 2 years. Actually a little bit more since we sold the 105 that we built here in 2019. Paul's reaction when I show him what I got.
Welcome. Hey, good to see you. Long time, eh?
This part of the Western Cape was my home for close to 20 years. It's been 10 years since I left.
I have come out this morning to one of my favourite places in Cape Town. It's called Kalk Bay, where people come and swim in the frigid waters. And I just like to come out here and look at the boats, look at the mountains. It's a really, really lovely little quaint fishing village about 40 minutes from the city of Cape Town. Personally, I have an intense allergic reaction to cold water. I scream uncontrollably.
Gun and I have successfully driven the Landcruiser all the way from Pretoria, now down to Cape Town, without any major, actually, or even minor mechanical challenges, which bodes very well for this machine. But now, the real fun, well, for me, begins. With the help of Paul Marsh and Joubert Sneeman, I'm going to turn this into the perfect African long-range tour.
Well, I have survived. There in the far distance is Table Mountain. We're approaching it from the east, and that's why it doesn't look its familiar shape. And I have about 20 or so kilometers, 25 to go to my destination. So, I survived.
I use the word survive because I've just survived the notorious N2. In fact, during the entire 500 kilometers to Cape Town, I feared for my life. It was one of the most unpleasant driving experiences I can remember. So that first view of Table Mountain was a huge relief to me.
I'm in the early morning rush hour, just outside Cape Town, and it's about to begin. The build is about to begin. Very excited about it. What will the guys reveal as we start taking this vehicle to pieces?
Some of you will remember last time when I delivered the 105. These guys, man, I was gullible.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I know this car.
You know this car?
Yes, a couple of years back it came on a trailer. The whole roof was flat.
Not this time. No, not this time. This time I'm going to be strong and wise.
3.5 years.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
We had to catch you. We had to. It was too priceless to actually.
You mean you're b***ing me?
We are absolutely taking that.
What has happened between then and now? All good.
How you doing?
Man, good to see you, man.
Very good to see you. Very, very good to see you. Very good to see you.
This is Stefan.
Stefan. Hello, Stefan.
Pleased to meet
nice
you,
to
man.
meet you.
Pleased to
Good to meet you.
Lovely. Welcome back in South Africa.
Man. How you doing, mate? How you there? Are you well? Very excellent. No shit this time, okay?
You've seen this car.
No.
We changed the chassis on this. Yeah, remember? We stamped the chassis number on.
You know something? It's not going to work again.
I can truly say I don't know this car.
You might still be lying.
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I can tell you a bit about it. Service records up to about 400,000 seem fairly complete.
You want to give it to Stefan?
There you go, pointed at us. Right, well done, perfect timing. Service records up to about 400,000 seem to be fairly complete. Then from about 400 to now, 490 something, very incomplete. mechanically it actually feels fantastic. I've got a little misfire or something at high RPM from about 2,200, 2,700, somewhere around there. Occasionally you just feel this very, very slight, but it's there.
Not all the time, though.
Not all the time, only on acceleration. And but the suspension feels good, the gearbox, the clutch is good, the brakes, it's got disc brakes at the back.
Nice.
Okay, the brakes are good, it stops straight, it drives straight, it starts for, they did do some work on the starter, but the starter's good. The body is tatty.
But
All the doors are a little bit broken.
Worked hard.
It's worked hard. And the interior is a mess. But nothing we can.
But that
can't
can be
sort out.
cleaned up.
Yes.
I mean, the body looks, what are we seeing, reasonably
I
straight.
think it's been resprayed.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
And I've seen some overspray in a few places.
Yeah.
It's got some chips on the bodywork. The only major dent is this one here. It's the only major dent worth fixing.
Could be fixed, yeah. Gosh, that's great.
You're looking young.
You should. Hey?
Well, what's your secret?
I go back in time.
Eh?
That clock up there goes back in time.
I brought my younger self back.
Good man, this is nice. Nice to see. You had a good drive now.
Good drive. The last bit from Neisner was terrifying because of the traffic and the speed and the aggression of the road we're not used to it anymore.
Very different.
I'm just not used to it anymore.
Yeah.
And that roof rack is it's noisy. Oh, it's noisy.
Oh,
At
yeah.
80,
Coming off.
at 80 it goes, and it's this low frequency hum that is deafening. So you actually have to stop talking at between 80 and 90, and then you can start talking, and then it whistles. But at least you can talk over the whistle. You can't talk over this drumming vibration.
No.
So,
Anyway, that can come off.
but apart from that, actually, I'm quite pleased with it. I really am quite pleased with it, considering what we paid. And I'm interested to see what a 500,000-kilometer Landcruiser looks like.
I will show you.
Yeah, piece by piece. No, I think the wear and tear is going to be interesting because not many vehicles get to 500,000 kilometers. And when they do, a lot of people have written them off. And what we found that you can actually rebuild the life into these vehicles. The cruisers are tough as long as the body's straight and the suspension's not all rusty. You can replace most parts. Yeah.
No rust.
That's great. Well, that's why it's come from up north. And that's the thing, buying vehicles from the coast is always an issue with rust.
Yeah.
Or from salt on the roads.
Yep.
And it's also the driver, the guy that looked after the car. If he looked after his car and this was his pride, you can do 1 million kilometers with it.
Which is not the case in this case.
Yeah,
This was nobody's pride.
Although I don't know, you put some nice seat covers on it, so it's
No,
becoming your
it's
pride.
becoming my pride. I put my V8 steering wheel on it because the other steering wheel was all mushy and horrible, and I put some seat covers on it, but the seats are broken.
Yeah.
Especially the passenger seat, it's broken. It's very broken.
But you see, something like that's great. You take it to a trimmer, they fix the seat, and it's fine. So they can redo the foam and that. And I think that's what we want to really showcase is what is fixable, what do you look for on a truck like this, what do we find when we pull a truck apart that's done 500,000 kilometers,
Yes.
and then from there decide what do we put back. Got life here. So yeah.
We carried on chatting about all kinds of things for the next 20 minutes, but the next video we're going to inspect it. Well, I'm going to let them inspect it,
If you don't mind.
and hopefully we don't find any nasty surprises.
I have to ask one thing though, before we start, if you don't mind. And that might be a bit of a stretch, but could I have coffee?
I don't know, Steph, what do you think?
All right, carry on. Come. Hey, where is? Don't go away. I'm here. Thank you. Yeah, you bloody trick. He always does this. Try. No.